Hello, people. Hello for the third, fourth, fifth time. But it's not like we don't like seeing you. We don't like seeing Liverpool at the moment. Liverpool play football at the moment. Turn the corner, my ass. But we're sorry. I apologise. Not for Liverpool's performance. The manager, the players can do that later on during the week. I'm sure they've got a million PR agencies to do that for them. But here we are. We're late again, but it was something really important that Avi was attending to today. But yeah, like and subscribe on the way in, and it's gonna be passionate. It's gonna be fiery, as we know every time we lose a game. But we like to keep it real on here. But here we are, and we express our opinion. And do join us in the chat. And say what you like. Say what you like. Ari, I'm going to come straight to you. You like to come in to the watch-alongs and provide an opinion at halftime and whenever you like, and I really like that. But today it felt like a decisive moment, a monumental weekend with Chelsea and Man United winning. We're 4 and 5 points behind those two teams now. We're not looking ahead. We're looking behind our behind our back and over our shoulder, because top 4 is now in real danger, and that provides a whole heap of more problems, Avi. A whole heap more of problems, and that's an understatement.
Yeah, look, what a weird finish. First 45, Pep kind of had control of the proceedings. We go into the dressing room 0-0. Hopefully Arne's given them a bit of a rollicking. As I say that, Asim is gone. He'll be back. Second half, we start really well. We needed to start really well. And we get the goal. I thought there was a chance or two beforehand that we should have really scored. Ekitike missed a he misses an open goal. Let's not kid ourselves. And then, they... I don't even know what to describe. Haaland wins the header, and then Bernardo gets a sniff, and he pokes it home, 1-1. And then you still think that we'll sort of win the game, Asim, but yeah, it was a sucker punch, wasn't it? Ali, I don't know what he's doing there. I really don't know what he's doing there. But look, we'll go into it, Asim. It is...
Were you happy with the team, Avi?
I was happy with the lineup, because what else could we do? I was fine at halftime. I was critical of losing the battle, being overrun in the middle, lack of intensity, didn't really impose ourselves. We were more the imposters first half. Second half, I saw him.
Why is that? I'm sorry to interject. Why?
We keep on mentioning it. Slot's got these guys we start off slow. Or we need a goal. We need to concede a goal to really get our asses in gear. I don't know what it is. And people say slot this, slot that. This was an issue under Jurgen too. We were the last 18 months of Jurgen's tenure, we were conceding a goal very early on, but then we had that fight, that grit to get into games. How many games that last season of Klopp's in the league up until game 30 were we going one down? That Fulham game comes to mind where Trent hits the winner. There were games on end that this was happening. This has not been a issue just this season. This has been a culmination of games over the course of the last 3 years. Asim, again, some individual performances were poor in that first half. Second half, we picked it up. I'm going to eat a lot of humble pie over Szoboszlai. It's just a one-man mission at the moment. Relentless in everything he does. I don't blame him for the offside trap for Bernardo's goal. I mean, he's inexperienced there. He did a great job there, to be honest, all game. Asim, there's problems. And look, I get Arne out. I get that. But right now, it feels that we've got nothing to lose by parting ways with him now. We've got nothing to lose. 14 games to go. You bring in Xabi Alonso. And what's the worst that can happen? Okay, we miss out. We're missing out on it by the looks of it right now. 6 games. We won 6 games.
Since what do you mean by we've got nothing to lose? What do you mean by
by parting ways with Slot now? We have
Yeah.
nothing to lose. You're saying already 4 or 5 points adrift of Man United. You don't think we'll catch that in the slot. So part ways now. Then what are we waiting for? End of
Okay,
season
okay. I
review.
understand what you're saying.
What are we
I
doing?
understand.
Ending this like season. Okay, we're still in the Champions League, the FA Cup. We've seen the PR stunt that people said midweek for the Standard Chartered stuff. We've seen all that, but the majority of the fan base know that he's not going to turn this round. And look, we don't deserve top four. As truth be known, we don't deserve top four or top five. This team doesn't, not in the league. There's way too many fractures. I call it fractures now in this team, not a structural setup that's strong. I think there's too many fractures in the team, and that doesn't get fixed by having a great setup. It gets fixed in the summer window. We didn't do enough. How we yearned for a Gertrude to come in now. You know, we're actually playing Sunderland on Wednesday. Look at the difference that he would have made now. He may have been on the bench had he signed it today. But Sabosala is out now for a game or three. I'm not sure.
One.
We're going to appeal that of one game. Okay, Sunderland away. A Gertrude would have come in. It's I don't want to do Rolia, Asim. You know what I mean? I'm very passionate. I will shout, and I've done all the shouting. I'm sick and tired of the shouting. I did that at PSB. And look how long ago that was. That was about 2.5, 3 months ago. I can't keep going week in and week out, just keep Rolly Pow shouting. I am sick and tired of this team. But I'm not gonna insult the manager. I think he is done. And I think the board have to make a decision. We don't beat Sunderland.
Well, so I'm sorry, but I don't get you. I don't get you.
Hold your thought.
Asim, your mic's not right to Asim.
Asim, and I'm not going to go back and forth, but Mike, I'm going to draw a line here. If we do not beat Sunderland, if we do not collect 3 points at the Stadium of Light, he has to walk.
Is my sound bad?
It's not coming through the microphone.
Everything seems to be on. I went out of the chat.
When you go to your settings, does it say when you go to audio, when it says mic?
Where am I going? Let me try
audio.
Is that better?
Settings audio. When it says mic, select your mic.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
And is
that better?
Just go with it now. Just go with it now.
Okay, go with it now. Yes, please.
Just go with it now. It's fine. It's not even that bad. You can still hear you. So.
I'll go on mute. I'm gonna ring a thingy. He isn't walking. Let me literally go on mute for a second. I've got a man ringing me.
What's he doing?
You carry it for 5 minutes.
Avi, a question to you: why do we have to wait for Sunderland? What does one game do? With all due respect, एक game changla kar see. What's one game gonna do?
Asim was saying it's a game by game basis, wasn't it?
Well, the game by game basis, we've been saying game by game basis since the start of January. You've had one win. You've had 5-6 wins since September. What game by game basis are we going by now? It's a done thing.
It is,
but it's not going to happen because
but your hierarchy at your club don't think.
Yeah, but then it's not a game by game thing, then, is it? We have to accept that this is the fucking bullshit that we're going to go through until the end of the season. That's just the way it is.
Then we accept it. Then
that's what I'm saying. So it's not about game by game basis. They did the round table. The truth is, the club did that round table to tell us, and it's the only thing I fucking probably agree with Carragher about is that round table was to tell us, listen, we're sticking by our man at the end of the season.
That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah,
that's better. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to stick by this manager until the end of the season, whether we like it or we don't. I don't like it, but that's just the way it is. He's our manager until the end of the season. And I think that's an absolute disgrace from the football club that we have to just simply accept finishing on the 7th or 8th. Yeah, when there's 15 games of the left of the season, well, whatever, 13, 14 games left. Chutti. Champions League football, boys. We're not getting it.
Look, 1 win in 7, Asim, is unacceptable.
But I don't understand you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, corner you here. 1 minute you're saying this manager deserves 18 months. 1 minute he's saying he needs to go out in the next couple of weeks. Don't give him another week. Then the next minute you're saying if he loses to Sunderland, then he deserves to walk. Then you say, oh no, you need to accept it. We need to back this manager. Which one is it, Avi? I think you confuse me more than Arnie Slot right now.
After Newcastle, I was quietly confident. After Marseille, Newcastle, I was like, you know what? Maybe he can get this right. The Newcastle game was a good result. Bar the first 30 minutes. Again, started slow, conceded a goal. But we came back well in that game. And we thought today, look, today, guys, we can't just solely say that was on the manager today. The slow start, okay. You can say maybe we were sussing Pep out. What was the game plan from Pep and Pep Linders? You know, they always control proceedings in majority of the games. Even against Jurgen Klopp's games, Pep always used to have majority of the possession in all the games that they had. Yeah, we were just clinical with the front three that we had. Today, second half, we reacted very well. We react very well. Katiki gets two good chances. One of them where he puts when he shoots the ball just goes narrowly wide. That was unlucky, and that was a half a chance. But the header, come on, lad, get it on target. It's harder to not score. You know, it's harder to miss that than not get it on target. That's the worst thing. Salah put it on a plate for him, so he misses that. We get the free kick, and then look, whatever happens after the next 15, you know, it was diabolical, wasn't it? I mean, the penalty. Slot can't. That's not Slot, is it? That's on Ali. And Ali's been poor since the turn of the year, guys. He's been very, very poor. That Bournemouth, that last goal that they scored from the throw-in was an absolute shamble of a goal to concede. And Ali was culpable of that. There's been a few times this season. Yes, he made that save in the first 30 seconds against Haaland, but that's the bread and butter save, to be honest. If you're big enough and you spread yourself well, like top keepers should, you save that because it was straight on. It's not as if Haaland really had an angle in the first 30 seconds or 45 seconds of the game. But today, that penalty of Matheus Nunes, when the ball's out of play, Asim, the ball was actually out of play when he commits that foul. He doesn't commit. Nunes plays for it, obviously, but he knows what you're doing. That's not on Slot. That is not. Slot can't coach that. That's a reaction.
What is this on then? What is this on? Liverpool with 6 wins, 6 draws, 8 defeats, 24 points in the last 20 Premier League. Is that on? Is that on?
The general scheme of the things that will be solely on the manager, and it's not good enough. 6 wins out of 20. These Liverpool Football Club. We're not fighting.
Liverpool have less points after 25 games of this season than Man United had after 25 Premier League games under David Moyes. 4 points more than Liverpool had after 25 games in a season. Roy Hodgson was sacked.
It's not acceptable.
Is that bad, Avi? Is that bad? Is that on Alisson?
No, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, when you round it up of 20 games, it's not good enough, Asim. But you know, I don't know. Like on Sunderland, say we win, there will be no slot in, slot out talk again. It will be the same old, same old. I don't want to go through the same old because I think now all of us now can agree we don't believe Slot will turn this round.
Bobby, the problem I have with the manager, I tweeted it as well. I went mad. I screamed down the mic for 10 minutes. I'm sure people have seen it, but I used the term that he's making the players drown before they jump into the pool. And what I mean about that is that you say Liverpool didn't play well first half, but I like to look at the reasons why. We knew how they're going to play because they showed us how they're going to play.
I wasn't expecting Marmoush and Haaland to start, to be honest.
But it was the same principle of your winger coming inside and letting the fullback overlapping and overloading the central lanes. That's what they did a couple of months ago, and that's what they did today as well. So for us to have no plan against that, we're a possession-based team.
We are.
He prides himself to control a game with the ball. We can't control the game without the ball. Our low block is shite. Our mid block is passive. It's heartless. It's gutless as well. So if your manager coming off a 4-win against Newcastle, Avi, where you just had a week rest and they've had a midweek fixture against Newcastle, even though it turned into a bit of a training session late on. But at the end of the day, yes, they rested a few players, but they still played in midweek. You're a manager. You pride yourself in playing the football the right way. Then go control the game with the ball. We gave him the ball, Avi. You said you're not creating chances, but let's be honest. If we went down at halftime with a 0-0, we would have no complaints. And the Guardiola, and you're telling me, yeah, this can happen, and we were a bit unlucky, and it was brainless, and this and that. But how many times is this manager going to write off 45 minutes of halves of football? It's happened too many times, and I've said it so many times. I've been screaming down this camera. I've been screaming down these mics. Up and down the country, believe it or not, watching Liverpool for the last 18 months, that you need to sort out your out of possession principles, mate. If you're really going to be classed as an elite coach, yes, you did wonders. The team did wonders for you as well. And there's some mitigating circumstances, personnel issues that what we were discussing half an hour ago behind stage on the phone, sorry. But Avi, how many times is his manager just give up and just give the onus to the other team and say, you know what, you're at Anfield. There's many players in the City dressing room. We've seen all those Amazon videos of better Manchester City players, much better, world-class players, title winners, quadruple winners, shit scared of Anfield. And I admit we don't have the likes of the Peak Salah, the Bobbies, and the Manes. But we're still a decent outfit if we really want to be. And it's no coincidence. The manager didn't do anything extraordinary in the second half, Avi. He just told them, you know what? I'm going to go and live by the sword and die by the sword. And as a fan base, that's what we're asking for. If you're going to lose your job, then play the right way. Have an identity. Man City got ragged in the second half against Spurs, and they weren't great in the first half, even though they went down into the tunnel at 2-0. They got ragged by Man United. Man United should have been 5-6-0 up. They should, if they put 5 past Manchester City that day, nobody, including Guardiola, could have complained. And what do? We give him the ball. So you're telling me that they didn't play, they didn't create chances, but it's a lot more than that, Avi. It's 45 minutes that we've just literally, thrown down the gutter.
But it's been the theme for every game this season, Asim.
But that's why I'm looking at the manager.
It's as if he's not done his homework early enough on the opposition, whether it be a Bournemouth away, whether it be Newcastle first 30 last week or City today. It's as though he's not done his homework for the first 35, 40 minutes and only reacts once it's half time, or reacts when we go a goal down, or the players react, or there's a little trigger which triggers the players and say, listen, this ain't this ain't unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We saw it against Newcastle. We go one down, and then all of a sudden we get a reaction. We have a spurt of a 5-minute spell where we're just all over them. We score 2 goals.
You know what it feels like, Gene, right now? And I go back to that term, moment of magic. And we've been screaming at the manager, you know what? You can't just rely on moments of magic. Yeah, we've got great players, some world-class players in that team. And if they come, then fine, brilliant. They change the momentum of a game. But good teams earn the right to play. Good teams make sure you control a game. And let's be honest, at the moment, you look at Liverpool team, they look all over the place off the ball. And if that moment of magic again comes, fine, the crowd get up and momentum shifts and maybe one goal brings another. But that's what it feels like over the last 5-6 weeks, Gene. It really does. But I keep going back to that second half performance. If you can show, and you're telling me this team's have improved, how this team has improved, like drastically, I don't know what the manager is talking about. But yeah, there has been some improvements. And we know there are glaring issues across the team. We know we lack pace as a team. We know we lack physicality as a team. But at the moment, Gene, this guy is not giving those players every chance. The moment they cross that white line, are you really confident? Have you given these players, my players, our players, the best chance to perform? I don't think so. I feel sorry for them. There's about 1 million blue shirts in midfield. What is Gravenberch and McAllister, who's got no legs anyway, supposed to do?
Asim, in regards to the actual result, Asim, is a devastating result first and foremost for Liverpool. I'll be honest, losing this game was massive, especially with City and United both. Chelsea and United both winning, both on what 4 game winning streaks. Liverpool has sat there one winning, God knows how long. That just tells you something. That tells you that these two are ahead of us right now and probably will get Champions League football. The bottom line was this: if this manager doesn't get his Champions League football, it's chutti. That's the bottom line. The minimum. I don't care if it's injuries. I don't care if it's whatever the issues that Liverpool have had, structural, tactical, whatever. I don't care. Your bare minimum is to deliver Champions League football. You're champions of England. With everything, whatever happened in the summer, there was a bit of a revamp as well. We understand. The bare minimum was to deliver the Champions League. Boy, you're not going to deliver the Champions. You're not delivering Champions League football for this football club. I can tell you that right now. I could have told you this in November. That's the honest truth. I could have said exactly the same thing to you in November. Liverpool are not going to get Champions League football. But you know what? TK, let's let it ride. Start in February. Winning God knows how many games. I'm being honest. We were happy with the performance against Newcastle. But we're honest, we were fucking shit for 30 minutes. We scored. We went 1-0 down, and Newcastle could have capitalised. They didn't. And then it took 5 minutes or 2 moments of brilliance from Ekatike that turned the game on its head. That's what it was. The game changed because of Ekatike. He turned that game. Otherwise, that was going to be a loss. And I'm not going to sit here today and say, yeah, we played well second half. No, we got fucking outplayed. In the first half, we got outplayed. We got outthought, outmuscled. Every single word that you can use in regards to that, you could use it. Because you know what? City, they're lados. They just didn't score. Yes, they might not have created clear-cut chances. Yeah, but they outplayed us. You know, tactically, we were nowhere near on the pitch. Nowhere near on the pitch. Who's that down to? The manager that set us up. And if you can't see within 7 or 8 minutes of that game, what was the one thing that we said? Fucking Semenyo's coming inside. Kirkes is going into midfield. The midfield need help. You could see it. It was there to be seen straight away. Well, do something. Chankala, you have a forward line of Ekatike, Wirtz, Salah, Gakpo. Kya kitani aaj? What did they do today? All four of them. I'm not picking out any individual. You had one cross from Mohamed Salah, a Trevello pass. That was the good thing that came out of the game, which Ekatike missed. Kya kitani order? A Wirtz pass in the first half when he played one good ball across goal where Ekatike went towards goal. That's what your forward line gave you today. We played well second half. What did we really... Bar the Ekatike chance. Okay, the other one. Avi mentioned when he put it wide. That's it.
You know, a couple of deflections, like Wirtz, I don't know what he's doing passing. This wasn't the Newcastle opportunity, by the way, where he's got a bit of space. He had to leather that shot, which took a deflection of... What's he doing trying to pass into the net? I mean, that was a... Look, I agree with you. In the front four, Asim, they were desperate today.
The irony was, Avi, it was our best move of the game.
Yeah.
And Avi, look, I don't want to... Every week, you know, I mentioned to you, the manager's going to stay. That round the table was basically telling us he's staying till the end of the season. And we have to accept that. But it just pisses me off with, you know what, but we just have to back the guy and expect things to happen. Boys, you're going to miss out on Champions League football. Putter, get ready for fucking playing Victoria Pilsen and, going to go Azerbaijan here and Armenia here. Putter, tiyar ho jo Thursday night. Fucking Coronation Street, boys. We're going to, United fans, we've been taking the piss out of for the God knows how many years. They're going to be taking the piss out of us. We were, 5 weeks ago, we're relying them. You lost your manager, you've done that. Chankla Labanaja, you sat here with your tail between your legs. Look, we're not as good anymore. You fucking deserve it, mate. Because when we were fucking calling out the team, calling out the manager, no, back the fucking team, back the team and do what? Back the team and do what? One win. One win in 2026. It's a load of bollocks, man. I'm done with this team right now, Asim. Honestly, they're just fucking shit. Everything's been fucking sugar-coated. The fucking board didn't back up the manager and the players when they needed to. The manager hasn't done jack shit to tweak anything to make change. We knew he wasn't good enough. Yeah, we knew he wasn't good enough. Accept it. That's what it is. You just have to accept it because that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Asim, the one thing I just want to allude to, it does seem as though he shows this sort of it's a schoolboy era, how teams can come to Anfield or even away from home, and Slot will just Slot doesn't actually know what the opposition are doing in that first sort of 35 to 45. Like they're playing like that Sunderland game. I come to Anfield game, Sunderland, that 1-1 when we played them. They deserve to win that game on the whole. Yes, we gave a bit of Tunha in the last 15 minutes where Chiesa saves off the line and we had half chances, no clear-cut chances, Wirtz deflection goal. But it's almost as if, like, what is he doing in this space of days? Like on Wednesday we play Sunderland away. What's he going to do to change?
Avi, you know what it boils down to?
Are we going to give... It's almost as if he's surprised by teams that we're playing this season. But this wasn't the case last season. Last season, he was making quick in-game changes without making any substitutions. His in-game management and adjustments was working well. But this season, he just like sat there, Raminal, just seeing what's in front of him, but nothing sort of capturing him until he gets to the dressing room at half-time, or if he's making a change. Today, the changes, by the way, 85th minute, I just written it down, 85th minute for Curtis on Gakpo and Chiesa coming on 90th. That was a fucking joke, by the way. That was a complete joke. You had options today. But then you had options today.
Okay,
you could have got Jones in earlier. You could have
got
Jones in earlier.
When
we went 1-0 up, Asim, when we went 1-0 up, he should have brought Jones in then. But he didn't. He does what he does. Okay, we're winning now. Stick with the same 11. That was naivety from him because you knew that Shirky's going to come on. And who else came on? That double tandem sub that they did, City. It was Shirky and someone else that came on.
Diaz.
Diaz came in, okay, to shore it up because of Kuznov,
I
who
think
I thought was absolutely brilliant,
yeah.
by the way. Kuznov, absolutely brilliant. He comes on, but look, they changed it quick. And what does he do? He waits to the 85th minute.
I think that bench today and for the last couple of weeks, yeah, some people are going to say Gomez is missing and Frimpong is missing, and we've got some long-term injuries. So is everyone else. But that bench today, and I repeat, for the last few weeks, it just summarizes our season and our intention in the transfer market at the back end of last season and in January as well. I've gone at the manager today. Your thoughts on the hierarchy cannot change. Yeah, they gave us Jeremy Jacquet, who unfortunately got injured.
It doesn't help. It doesn't.
But at the end of the day, this is why I was screaming at Jake. Where did you see Gay today? Did you see the presence and the physicality of Semenyo? But we couldn't handle him because he might not even dribble. He might not even dribble past a lot of players. But the fact that is he can hold the ball because of his size and his physicality and frame, and because he's comfortable going in either direction. He might not have the output in the individual basis for the elite level, but he buys time. He buys time.
Should he not have been sent off? Should he not have been sent off?
Semenyo.
Gay, yeah.
I don't think that's a red card. I don't think that's a red card. Sorry? I think Diaz, if Diaz was on, there was a centre back for me who could have come across. Did you think it's a red card?
That's a red card. Diaz was not catching up Salah. Salah goes straight through there, and Salah still got pace. Salah still got pace. Diaz is not the quickest of the defenders.
He was on the edge of the box though.
Oh, yeah, but Diaz, there's no way Diaz was capturing in that space. Especially Salah.
I had one replay.
He probably misses it, but Salah's clean through there. No.
I had one replay, Avi.
He was clean through this. Salah would have been clean through.
I had one replay. I'm going on one replay, and in that replay, which is the aerial replay, which is obviously the best one for me, I think the defender comes across.
I agree with Asim. I saw that replay a couple of times. Asim, yeah, it was a yellow card. It was outside the box, and the defender comes across. If that's the honest truth. I don't want to lie.
I don't think Diaz catches Salah in that form. It says Diaz not quick. Kuznov maybe. No way Diaz gets
red, man.
Look, Avi, there's a lot of people in the chat saying it's never a red. And we're supposed to be biased. No, we're supposed to be. If anything, we're going to be biased towards Liverpool.
They're not going to say if it's a red. They're going to call it a red. They're not going to lie. End of the day, flipping hell, they're not going to say.
Salah gets a shot off at least if he doesn't get pulled.
Okay, maybe Avi, I can accept that, but that's why it was a tactical foul. But in terms of his actual performance, Gay's performance, let's be honest, he was man of the match. I thought Gay was brilliant today. Some of his passing was brilliant. He didn't let Ekatike one-on-one. What he did to last week, he put what's his name? That flipping Newcastle centre back to flipping Thiago back to wherever he's from. Gay stood him up, man, and said, "Come and beat me." Didn't. Got to give the lad credit where it's due, bro. Gay was man of the match today. Some of his passing, bro, was brilliant. It was brilliant. Can't play in the 5, we were told. He's 5'4", whatever he told he is. All this excuses. 5'11", all of this that come out. No. The guy's a brilliant centre back, and today today in a game at Anfield in a back 4, he showed it. He showed how good of a footballer he is. That's the honest truth. We didn't want to pay the money and not deal with it.
And Avi, just to go to your previous point, the manager is what you were saying. Look, he's not preparing. It looks like he's not preparing for games. We know what opposition going to do, and there's no surprises. But still, Liverpool look out of their depth. It's all down to, and you saw it today. Forget about other games previously. Just go down on today's game. The difference between the first half and the second half is summed up by one thing. Not tactical tweaks. It's mentality. It's the mentality of the coach. That's what's happened. And it's a deep-rooted problem. Even when Liverpool won the league, where we didn't control games, and the moments of magic came and the crowd turned. We've talked about it in length, and Liverpool looked like a clock team, if you like, for 15-20 minutes. Or Anfield Anfield's taken over the game. But looking at the manager this season, The acid test is how are you going to make that big decision on the big day when your team is struggling and your job is on the line? And are you playing safe? The onus and the responsibility as the home team is Anfield. Give them something to shout about, because you saw what happened in the second half. He didn't make some radical tactical tweak. It was practically the same thing. But it was a mentality shift that, you know what, we can't fucking play like this. We're going to lose 3-0 if you keep on doing this. But all he did was, he said, if Shirky goes into the pocket, then you follow him tightly up his ass. If Marmoush comes off the line, you follow him tightly up his ass. Van Dijk jumped when he needed. It was the timing and giving that players the license to say, you know what, it's on me if we lose this way. And Liverpool had an identity in the second half. And we were unlucky to an extent. And there was a brain-dead moment from Alisson. But Liverpool, at least for the good large part of the second half, of the better team, because there was a mentality shift. And this is the problem, including me and 99.9% of the fan base. Right? Are you looking at the manager right now? Have you got the ball to make that big decision on the big day when we're craving out for it, when we're desperate for it? And at the moment, he don't have the balls.
Asim, we don't do it. I'll be honest with you. Half of the times we don't go for it, Asim, because we know by the time it goes to 70th minute, our team is going to be goosed. Our team is still goosed after 70 minutes. We concede the goal. We scored a goal, and we couldn't run after that. We went passive. It's like we were the one that scored, and our tatties come out. Come on, man. You're the team that's just scored the goal. We should be running more. We should be more aggressive in everything that we do. We just go passive or go into a shell. I don't know. These players, but them players that used to play out with their chests out, man. The same players that used to say, bring it on. Now there's these players, but it's a mentality, it's a confidence, whatever you want to call it.
There's a lot of fragility issues as well. They're a very fragile team.
In every,
and it comes back to having corners. They're fragile at the moment. Look, I don't know what
the most late winners against have been against Liverpool. That's a mentality issue.
6 times. It's the same amount of times that what we were doing the first 6 games. Look, guys. Look, I don't know what to tell you. Look, we come on this show, we come on the channel to put out content, but it wears you down as well. You know, as content creators, as fans of the club, everyone in the chat, it's wearing us all down. But this board, we know they're not going to pull that trigger. But Sunderland, God forbid we lose that. Then, yeah, Anfield will not. When's our next home game? Who is our next home game? Brighton? I usually would know who's our next 4 or 5. I don't even know what our next home game is. Is it in the FA Cup, I believe, Brighton?
FA Cup, yeah.
Imagine the animosity in there if we lose to Sunderland. Fans, even the most loyalists of Liverpool fans, sat in that Kop end or the Annie Road end. Surely they'll start turning and saying, listen, this ain't acceptable. I'm not saying boo the manager. No stretch of the imagination am I telling you to boo the manager. But they will be restless. There will be a chorus of boos. There will be groans. It will be like Old Trafford, the way it's been for the last 15 years at that club. Because this is unacceptable. And Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes more because he's the one who's put himself out there. They have a lot to answer for. Asim, you were the one that said it's been a good window, guys, but we've left ourselves short. We've just seen what Luis Diaz has done tonight. Score a hat-trick in the Bundesliga. And me, Gene, Ben was saying, no, it's an 8 out of 10. Arguing with you, it's an 8.5, 9 out of 10 even. But you were saying, look, the glaring issues, guys, no centre-back cover. Don't worry, Asim, we'll get through it. Gomez will be fine. Kanate, Van Dijk ahead, Leone. You know, we didn't anticipate Leone getting ACL, but we didn't anticipate Leone getting first-team games in the Premier League level. He's still 19. He was going to always be nurtured. This was always going to be a development year for him. Don't know what to tell you, Asim. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, look, it's going to come down to he's going to have to win it in Budapest, or he's going to have to win the European Cup. And listen, there's a slim hope of that happening. Yes, I'm with the fantasists, and we dream and we think of these European nights. And if anyone can, Liverpool can. But with this team, our hope is wearing very, very thin, very thin.
The 650 people in the chat, please like and subscribe and hype the video. Don't hype the video for Liverpool, hype the video for us as we sat here, probably our 4th show of the day. Because, yeah, nobody likes losing, nobody likes coming on camera, but it feels like a therapy session as well. But let's quickly go.
Just to caveat to everyone, all of us saying that, look, they should part ways with Slot or this and that. Look, It could be that the man that they want has said, "I'm not taking over mid-January, mid-February. If you want me, you let me rest up, and I'll take the job at the 1st of June, or as soon as May is up, I'll take the reins at Liverpool." It could be that. Okay, do we want to get Steven Gerrard in for the next 3-4 months? Well, would that help anything apart from appease the fans and get a good old jolly up on a Saturday night? No. Like, what is it? What is it?
We need a lift.
But I'm sorry, Asim, I don't think
We
Steven
need a
Gerrard
lift.
does.
I'm at that stage now. I've always sat here and said I don't want Gerrard because I think he's got a lot of limitations as a coach. But where the team is right now, Avi, I'm all up for Gerrard. Because we need some lift.
Man United didn't want Carrick. Man United didn't want Carrick. They got him. They got the new manager bounce. I sat here when they got sacked. I said, Avi, you were on the show. I said, watch Chelsea and Man United both get new manager bounces. Both of them got new manager bounces. Both are in Champions
long
League
term,
places.
what will it do for them? Long term, what will it do for them?
Listen, that's on their head. That's got nothing to do with us. What we do is on us. They got their
I
new
don't- I
manager
don't-
bounce.
yeah.
They're playing Champions League football, mate. Their target, Manchester United's target was Champions League football. They had an absolute shite season, but they're in the Champions League place. And you know what? They're actually playing good football, to be fair to them. They're actually playing really good football. We're sat in 6th, still playing with ourselves.
I don't want
something,
Gerrard as
man.
long term. I don't want Gerrard long term.
Bring Gerrard in for the short. At least lift the fan base, lift the team. The team might react to him, man. They react. Hopefully, at least try to do something. What are we gonna do? Just give up now?
As the problem with that is, I tell you what the problem is, that you don't want Gerrard long term. I tell you what the problem is now. Okay, just using United for example. I don't want to give them too much airtime, but say United get top 4. Yeah, just say they finish 3rd. Okay, they are not gonna bring in a Thomas Tuchel or a renowned manager who's got a bit of a better resume, a lot better resume than Carrick. They will give Carrick the gig. Gerrard comes in. No, Gerrard comes in, Gene. Gerrard comes in. Listen, the way they're playing, like you're not saying, they've won their last 4. They probably win 5. That guy will probably get his haircut now if they beat West Ham. If they win now and they get 3rd at the end of the season, they're sticking with Carrick. I don't think that's the right decision, but I hope they do. No, I hope they do. Say Gerrard comes in tomorrow. Say Gerrard comes in tomorrow.
Well, let me answer that.
No, hold on.
United.
Gerrard gets us 4th, gets us to the semis of the Champions League, but wins us the FA Cup. There will be an enormous push for him to get the full-time gig.
Okay, hear me out now. Manchester United owners, if Carrick does well and they want Carrick, they'll get him. If they don't want Carrick, Avi, they're not going to get him. They know they've been stung before with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They know they made a mistake and they will not make the same mistake again. I can guarantee you that.
I think you'll be surprised.
Okay, TK, now we'll see. But they will, number one, they will not make the same mistake.
They've been making mistakes season in, season out.
Steven Gerrard comes in, girls, if he gets his top 4, Liverpool are not, these guys are businessmen. They're not Latu, man. If they can really not have the whole fan base on their back, yeah, and still say, F you, mate, we're not going to sign anyone this season. We're not going to sign anyone. That's what we absolutely blasted them a year and a half or 2 years ago when they first came, when Arne Slot came in and didn't get one signing. They didn't give a shit. They will do what they think is best. So they will do, if Gerrard is a short term, they will do what's best because that's just the way it is. The club needs a lift, Avi, man. What are you going to do? Stay like this for the next... We could be... We're closer to fucking 11th than we are to 4th. We're on the same points and goal difference as Brentford. That's where we're at.
If we were of if we were of the European Cup competition, I think he would have been gone, Asim. I think he's hanging by a thread because we're still in it. I really do believe that. Asim, you're on mute.
I know, but that kills me, Avi.
It does.
Why are we relying on
it? But because I don't know what it is. Hope, fantasy, that they think that Slot is his team's better equipped in Europe. I mean, our results are far better, and I mean the European competition ain't great, but we've had some decent results. Away to the San Siro, away at the Velodrome, beating.
But the thing is, we're not going to play those teams at the latter stages of the Champions League.
We could play worse teams. But the luck of the draw.
I genuinely believe if we are going to win the Champions League this season, we might have to beat 2 English teams on the way there.
I fancy us over 2 legs. I'll always tell you that, Asim. Under any manager, over 2 legs, I fancy this team. And that's the only hope I have now. The Premier League, I've written it off. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I have no hope of finishing in the top 4, top 5. Villa
thing
and
is,
Villa,
even in,
Villa, and I said this last week. Villa are there for the taking, by the way. But it is what it is.
okay, let's go through the supers. If you want to come in with
Someone
them.
said we play Juventus or Atletico. You keep being delusional, Avi. ISO 291. Don't give him the airtime. Don't put it up. But we beat Atletico Madrid earlier on this season, and if you're afraid of Juventus, then you're a bit dumb.
SJ, big up, SJ. We'll run through these supers now. Reality is we're 15th in the table in 2026. Reality is 6 wins in the league since September. Reality is this City's first double over was since 1936.
I don't care about the last.
37
I don't care about the
wins.
last bit. Asim. The 1936, 1937. Fucking records are there to be broken. But the reality is we're 15th in
those
the table.
records.
The reality is we're 15th in the table, which is shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Siddy, thank you so much, Siddy. Always supporting the channel. If they don't sack him now and then it gets worse, the negative energy and mentality will carry into the season no matter what happens in the summer. The thing is, Avi, I forgot I was going to ask you this question earlier on. You've been firm in your belief that we will reach Champions League football. Tonight, have you got the same belief? Be honest. Because if we haven't...
Right now,
Okay.
we're four or 5 points behind Chelsea and United.
Yeah.
And the new manager bounce, we don't look as if we can win 9 games out of the remaining, 14? That's what we need. We need to win 9 out of the next 14.
Yeah.
I don't see us doing it in the Premier League, Asim. But you know what? I'm a fantasist. I still have hope in the Champions League.
So
Deluded, call me whatever you don't want. Deluded, a fantasist, fucking whatever you want to say. I honestly believe that in the Champions League, as long as we're in it, which we are, I think there is something special that can happen.
So it's Chutti in the league then? Because is
The
that all?
the next
one
2
game.
three, look, Sunderland. I'll tell you after Sunderland. But right now, it's probably 70%.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Okay, fine.
Right now, 70% that I don't think we'll get top 5.
Yeah. No, that's what I was trying to get from you. That I would have been really surprised if you had the same belief.
Do you think we get top 5?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
And I know Trina's answering you, so I'm not going to ask him.
Right now. I would be surprised. I think how many games are left now? 13, Avi?
14. 2014.
14. 14. So we would probably need to win at about 10 out of 14?
We need 9 out of 14, to be honest. No, we've got 13 games.
Now,
Yeah, you need to win 9.
Now
You
you
need to
know
win 9 out
why.
of 13. You need to win
9 out of 13, Avi. And we won 6 in September. So I don't know where this hope is coming from. Let's keep on running through the super chats. Cheen, come in whenever you like. Big up to Faraz, always supporting the channel.
Technically, we could still win the league, technically. But anyway.
Mark Asiyaj. We've been shit in the first half since
Oh, sugar, please. 2 cups. Sorry.
But he's a genius. Tweaked it and we won. When he held the handbrake first half, goals came in transition. Salah all-time season out of possession carried by Diaz and Jota. 100% Faraz. We've been, homing into on the hammering the point. Sorry, that there are so many. We recognize our personnel issues across this team, but the manager isn't doing him himself any favors right now. For a long time, I should say, like your message suggests.
Asim, before you go, I do want to shout out, and I'm
Okay.
just being a fanboy, but I thought Milos Kerkez from minute 1 was fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
Fight, man. He had fight. He was fighting. Even that Holland chance, Gina was mentioning it, the way he just got up, he had that physical strength, that big bum of his, like just, you know what I mean, just like musting people off. He was the only one that first half, second half, man, like throughout. I know he came off with Kaiser, but he was the only one that, brought it some. And Szoboszlai as well. Look, Szoboszlai, he gives it his all in every game. But Milos Kerkez, I thought, was absolutely superb. So he deserves it. He is the only one that deserves a bit of
100%.
And Szoboszlai. I don't blame Szoboszlai too much for the offside trap. What are you doing?
Avi, Asim, have you missed bare super chats?
No,
Right to the top, man. There's loads.
I am going right to the top.
Go. Anyway,
Time to be funny today, okay?
I think I'm going backwards.
All right, okay, go.
I've already done 2-3.
Okay.
Games.
I've already done 2-3. If anyone thinks
Don't thingy any.
unstar him, no, okay.
Oh, Jaldi karo, Super Bowl is coming today.
Chup kar, you were 20 minutes late. SJ, Edwards, Hughes, and Co won't let their ego admit that they are wrong. So we basically have to suffer and watch two grown men struggle to swallow their pride. SJ again. City. If they don't sack him now, then it gets worse. I think I've been through this.
Garmi.
Reality is Klopp lost 6 games at home in front of our own fans in 9 years. Slot has already lost 4.
I'm on a show.
Yeah, chup put yourself on mute if you're talking to your buddy, isn't it?
Isn't it? 1 minute.
But the PR machine says patience is required. Shot again. Hugo has to score, and rightly he's getting blamed, but that worst chance, why is he always trying to place it? Annoys me so much. Put your foot through it, for fuck's sake. 100%. I think everyone's.
That is really. It's not the first time, man, where he has a chance. Just leather it, man. That we saw that goal that he scored in, I think it was against Wolves or something. He leathered into the top corner. Do something like that. He's just so timid sometimes with his passing and shooting. You've got a decent shot here as well. Put your legs through it, man. Put your foot through it.
It was really annoying, man. Really annoying. And like I said earlier, that was our best move. We actually played through their press for once. Shot, yeah, that's done. Shot again. Hugo has to score, and he's rightly. Yeah, I've done that. Mike Das, big up to Mike Das. And I know we've had some of our differences in the past, but you know what? Big up. Thank you so much for sending this super chat. And head over to his YouTube as well and give him a like and subscribe to this channel as well. And nice to see him in the building. Our max is 78 points. We'll end on 60 to 65. Big up, Slot. I think there's
65 gets us top 4 then.
It won't.
Top five. 65 will this season. Oh, Yari will. I'm telling you, it will this season. 65 points gets you top 5, man. Go to previous seasons as well. Koi mathematics
5 points. If we win 9 out of 13, how many points do we finish on, Chin? Work that one out.
9 times 3 is 9 times 3 can 27.
What are we on now?
We're on 39.
Bully Joe. We've got Chelsea.
Yeah, gets you 66 then.
We've got Chelsea at Anfield, don't we? 66 that gets us.
Anfield, United away, Villa away, Everton away. In our last 6 games.
Everton.
Do we think 9 out of 13 wins gets us top 4 /5, Gene?
65 gets you.
I don't care about this 9 out of 13 business you guys are talking about. We've won 1 in fucking 8 games, and you talk about 9 in 13. Sort your heads out, man. Get with it, bro. What you giving me fucking numbers like we're fucking gonna go on a 10-game fucking winning spree? I don't get where you're getting this confidence from.
The irony is, the irony is,
cuckoo.
Yeah, garmi cha diti hai, yaar. You know, you can't even warm.
The irony is the 66 points I will get if we win 9 out of 13. Apparently, we're in love with that number, aren't we? Umar Sobo hits a worldie, then breaks the offside line and gifts them an equalizer. I think that was a bit harsh on Sobo. Look, at the end of the day, he's a makeshift right back. Let's be honest, he's been really good at right back. Scored a worldie, like Umar says, but yeah, I think it's that deflection, off the cross. That was unlucky. That was unlucky. But then look,
it was more the genius of Bernardo Silva being in that little space.
Yeah, but
I mean, in that deflection, you can't blame an inexperienced right back that he's not, and he's being a filler. Let's be honest. But what a job he's done there. He's probably our best right back this season. That's the boss. Like I can't blame him for that.
I remember when a Slot first came in training session saying, "Kill them with passes. Putter, you're killing us as time passes."
What was that famous Brendan Rodgers quote? Death becomes football. What was it?
Yeah, death by football or something.
Death
God
by
knows.
football. Yeah.
Josh Media, big up to Josh. Slot doesn't know what he's doing. Listen to him. He says teams don't play the way we expect. We should have a style of play that other teams have to work out. Big difference. 100%. And that's the thing, isn't it? The difference was when teams came up. I always use the Leverkusen example. The Boniface, he didn't play down the middle that day. He played on the left and tried to surprise Liverpool. But, our manager saw it and rectified it. And if he didn't do it, the moment came. But you can't rely on moments. You just simply can't rely on moments.
And what does he expect? Asim, another thing, sorry. What does he expect that teams are just going to turn up to Anfield Right, teams are just going to turn up to Anfield and play like they've normally played. They're not going to do that. It's Anfield. If they adjust, you have to adjust.
Rashid, big up Rashid. Why are we not hearing any journalists talking about Slot being under any pressure?
Because they're fucking mouthpieces. That's why, bro.
They all get into the
mouthpieces, man. When it was Salaki, yeah, they were all fucking came out with hit articles.
Listen, we're not here to talk about other journalists.
No, I'm not here. I'm giving him the honest truth. The guy's asked a question. I'm giving him the correct answer. The mouthpieces. End of.
Muhammad Mahbub, thank you so much for it.
He's from Slough. Mahbub Sab.
How do you know?
My friend, I just said that's Mahbub.
Mahbub Sab. Sunderland unbeaten at home, draw at best, maybe seven behind fourth, dark times. This is why he should have been gone.
Yep. Have some faith, man. Have some positivity, Mohammed Sab.
Right.
Hamad, Arsenal fan. Faraz. No, I didn't do this. Sorry, Faraz. Anyone else I've missed tonight, please?
Do this first.
No, I'm very sorry. Faraz, people burying their heads since September saying we don't sack managers, we're not Chelsea or United, deserve getting dumped out of the Champions League by them. Wow. Faraz again, he lost 9 in 12. Look at United Chelsea with the manager change. Some real fans would still say, but he won the league, even if Slot banged their ball. तू क्या जीव करने अभी I mentioned a girl है जीव करना भैया.
I think
anything else? Anything else?
You've done this one, innit?
No, we haven't done this one.
Faraz, no personnel / profile issues justify being level with the team that has a set piece coach and 2 points ahead of Everton. 6 wins since September. Say that again. Yeah.
Sorry, Faraz. Some people called it out a long time ago.
That's the crux. I think Faraz has hit the nail on the head there.
What
we all recognize personnel and profile issues and all that sort of stuff. You can blame the hierarchy, but we just simply shouldn't be lying where we are right now. Shanti kya rakha avi, it's
yeah, but you know what it is? It is a lot of doom and gloom. But yeah, like
fucking doom and gloom. What do you want us to do? Fucking start giving you fucking star jumps.
Look, everyone's upset. We get it. All the anger and look, we're here. You can troll me. You can call me out. Call Asim, call Gina. But yeah, have a little bit of like. There should be a little bit of positivity. Yeah, just a little bit.
What positivity though?
All is not lost. All is not lost. Gina.
Okay. Right now, what can we be? Joking aside, don't troll because I'll cover for you tonight. Don't try me tonight.
Look, that's the whole point.
What can we be positive about, Avi? Right now,
we're still in 2 competitions. Like Jamie Carragher said on Sky Sports today, we're still in 2 competitions. One where fairy tales have come true for us, and the league. Look, like I said, lose to Sunderland, it's curtains.
So the manager is relying on magic moments, and Avi's relying on fairy tales.
He's not letting me finish. Lose against Sunderland.
That's what you're telling me.
Lose against Sunderland, it's curtains. Even for me, it's curtains.
No, today, you know what? Today, what you on about, Asim?
Today is what?
We've signed Jeremy Jacquet for the summer, man.
That's what I'm saying. You know, tonight though, yeah, a lot of it. Some of the individuals didn't turn up, but we were on. Look, what's Alisson doing? What's Alisson doing there?
No, it's all right. Yeah, we signed Jeremy Jacquet for the summer, bro. Remember, all of you coming for me. Gine, why we got a face on and all that type of stuff when we signed Jeremy Jacquet for the fucking summer. Yeah, and everybody was on the show happy. How hardy da? Chankla laba on better yo.
Like, what's Alisson doing there though?
Brainless.
No, but he's done that against Bournemouth as well.
Get on, you know.
No, this is what I mean. These what I mean. Today wasn't about Slot's team as much. Today was about the individuals.
Yes,
they didn't fucking turn up. No, it wasn't, Asim.
Yes, it was.
The second half was fine. We were ahead. It was
why we relying on 45 minutes though?
Individual moments.
But individual moments for the last 6 months.
We played well today, man. We played well second half.
Second half, Avi, we played well. How many times are we going to write off 45 minutes of football?
That's been the theme all season. I don't know why you're complaining about that.
What?
You did your rage debate 10 minutes show. You did a rage debate 10 minutes show. That's
You're accepting it. You're accepting it.
That's been the theme, though.
You're accepting it. You're telling me it's not on the manager. I am. Yes, the players were shy. But you're a reflection of your team. I'm talking about the manager here. You send those players out in the first minute. What chance do they have? First minute, under the lights are on a Sunday evening. Let me fucking talk.
It was nil-nil. It was nil-nil going to the second half.
Well, exactly. Why do you have to? Why do you have to shift? Why does he have to shift when shit hits the fans? It's happened too many times. We're playing at Anfield with the home team.
I don't know why you
go and show these guys. They got battered in the second half. They have still got that second half, the Spurs second half in their heads. They might have got a victory in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle, but I'm telling you, believe you me now, they were scarred by that second half at Spurs last week, and we need to take advantage of it. He's playing O'Reilly in midfield because he knows he doesn't have the legs for Anfield. So what we're telling him, you have the ball, and we're going to sit back. But the problem Liverpool have is they can't sit back. Whether we're in a low block, our low block is one of the worst in Europe, if not the world. Our mid block is passive. It's heartless, it's gutless, it's shite. And we don't have a counter-attack. And we don't have the wingers who can hold the ball and push and kneel and get nasty. And we don't have the Mane. We don't have a peak Salah. So what do you have to do? Why are you tweaking it in the second half? Why can't we start games like that and get the crowd up? This is what I want. Why are we relying on 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's saying yes. We're fucked. Asim, there's a lot of individuals though that have to own up, man. McAllister, like honestly, big game again. Gina, you stay quiet, yeah?
Always, Avi, you just want to grab players that you want to go for all the time. What do you want from him?
The guys, there's no fans who are feeding me this.
What I don't, yes, he was shit. Gravenberch was shit. You know that, I know that. But the issue is what do you want him to do when you're up against 4 players in there? That is what I just find mental. What are you expecting him to do? What do you want him to do? Fucking take on 3 players?
Gene, I want my midfielders to impose themselves. I want my midfielders. Gerrard used to play 3 against 1 at times when he was carrying a little midfield.
Steven Gerrard in Onipia.
Yeah, no. McAllister's a World Cup winner. McAllister's a World Cup winner. A World Cup winner, a Premier League winner. McAllister's a world-class player. According to you, he's world-class. Which big game this season in the league has he imposed himself? Not against the big team. In any game in the Premier League has he imposed himself?
Have I not gone to town on
Alexis
McAllister? Of course I have. So you're talking about fucking Steven Gerrard.
People like him wanting him to have a fucking contract, a new contract.
What? But Avi, what I don't understand is, you're going after players. They've got 5 in midfield. What do you want them to do?
The game Gravenberch first half was poor. Impose yourself, Yar. Gravenberch is 6'1", 6'2".
I understand he was poor. We know that he was poor. But what? Wirtz was poor. He was absolute shit. Go for him then. Go on. No. I'm not gonna. Why? Because you're gonna say the environment wasn't right. That's what you're gonna come up to me and say. The bullshit. Yeah, this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to say to you. McAllister was shit. But look at the environment. You put him fucking up against 4 players. Change it. Do something.
Florian Wirtz was poor, and he didn't change it. Second half, like Asim said, we grew a bit of balls. We had a bit of intensity. We weren't going to be bullied. He didn't change it much. He didn't change anything.
Oh, what I'm trying to explain to you, Avi, is you've literally, there was 4 or 5 players in that midfield. You've put 2 players in there. You're going to get drilled, especially at the start. And that's what happened because that was our instruction. We thought we were going to turn up against Man City because it was fucking Anfield and we were going to start playing football. Because all of us, me, everybody else out there thought, you know what? Man City is shit right now. We can go out there and outplay them. That's what we thought. Bro, they didn't give us the ball in the first 45 minutes. We couldn't fucking string 5 passes together. We couldn't string 5 passes together in that first half. That is how shit this Liverpool team were in that first half. We were the home side. Again, we had to go and win. Who had a good game? Go on. Milos Kerkez, go on, give me another one.
Soboslai.
Go on. Naba.
Soboslai.
He's Soboslai, I will be honest with you. First half, he got done 4 times and I went to town on him. But I can't go to town on the lad. Why? Why can't I go? Because what can he do? He's our intensity. We fucking got him at right back. We've got him at right back, bro. Your intensity's at right back. Give me another player. There's none.
Konate was fine.
Half decent performance. Who else?
Van Dijk was fine. Haaland didn't get a sniff. Haaland didn't get a sniff today.
Haaland won a lot of fucking first, second balls in that first half, mate. Watch that game again. Haaland got an assist. He put Ibu for the header. That's what Haaland did. And he put his penalty away. That's the difference. That's what these players do.
Asim, look, I don't know where we go from here. Sunderland away is going to be a nasty, nasty game under the lights. Look,
yeah,
it is bad, Asim. It is bad. Yeah, look, I'm not trying to troll or joke around or fuck around here tonight, especially, but I just think it's just easy to saying it's on the manager. They've seen a lot of individuals, man. They haven't come to the fore. The front four today were poor, Gene. I've agreed with you. Words was piss poor today. We talked about big games. Show up. Go on, Florian. This is your stage now. This is your platform. Do something. All this Turkey and words talk. Go and prove that you are the franchise. You are the best number 10 in the business. He didn't. He was weak. Weak as piss. And don't get me started on Gakpo. Don't ever mention that.
One thing about Florian Wirtz in the first half, Avi, that I thought, you know what he should have done is, if you can see that we're struggling in midfield, drop back. Drop deeper if you have to. You're the 10. Drop deeper and give them a bit more support. You go and flip and build something up because you're the creative spark of our team. He should have dropped deeper, Asim. Yeah, to get the ball. Where he did it at the start of the season, where there was no progression, so you drop deeper. Yes, we might lose it in the.
But I mean, Gene, he did. He did on a few occasions. But
second half he did more. First half I never saw him drop. There's only twice he came back. That was towards the end. First half an hour he stayed up top. It was only in the last 10 minutes.
But the number 10 can only play, generally speaking, where do you want him to come? He came on the halfway line.
We were really struggling, man.
We were. But Liverpool, Gene, how many times on the watch along did I say, like, Liverpool have got 5 here and they've got 4. Liverpool have got 6 here. And that's excluding the keeper. When we build up every team, elite team uses the keeper. Although Alisson's not the best in distribution, but he's still a body. And he still gets the centre back to jump if he entices him. But Liverpool, excluding the keeper, still had a spare man. But we still couldn't play through him. How many times did you see a ball go into McAllister? How many times, Gene? The way where Liverpool could play out that press needed Gravenberch to go into outside the box and go into a right back position and goes through the sides.
Our out ball is try to get it out to fucking Gravenberch who's on the touchline.
And then on the left hand side, Wirtz came. Our 2 best moments probably in the match came through 2 players going down the sides and trying to stretch their press. But I don't think we had the ability to play through their press on a consistent basis, and hence why we didn't control the game in the first half. We just gave them the football because of our passive nature. But that's the reality of the situation. Liverpool can't control the game off the ball because we don't have those natural players. And Avi's been talking about it, those 2 players behind in terms of providing the environment and the protection for our number 10 inverts. But they are great technicians, but they just don't have that nous to cover ground. So if you're defending zonally, you need to, recognize, that's the word, recognize the danger and then cover ground. But we don't have that now because we have too many attacking instincts. I get that point. But
when you're growing into,
we can't control it without the ball. We can't control it with the ball. And the only way we control it with the ball in the last 5-6 weeks is when we played about 1 million midfielders and then we can't score a goal. So
McAllister and Gravenberch have grown into that 6 role, but you'll never be a fully accomplished 6. They can't, because their natural instincts from the Ajax days or even at the Boca Juniors days for McAllister or Brighton were attacking prowess. They can't. That's where we struggle the biggest, and that's where your midfield revamp will happen in the summer. But forget the summer. Fuck the summer off, to be honest. We're talking about now. Get to that.
I'll go through the supers if you don't mind.
मेरा सिर
Guys,
दुख रहा है
a
कसम
few
से.
more super chats to go
I
through.
got a headache now.
Byron de Swaze,
I said I got a headache now.
did the unprofessional ending to the title season cause an arrogance throughout the club, which they are now paying for? You know,
No,
Asim's mentioned
it
this
was
before.
unprofessional planning. That's what it was in the summer. And Asim was right. While we were all fucking getting a boat.
And not just that,
Byron is on about where our team was on the beach.
No,
week
they
in, week
deserved
out.
it. No, they deserve to go.
No,
IGP.
no,
Like,
no,
why
it
not?
wasn't.
Why can't they have a
It's
jolly
not
up? Only
the
because you
etiquette
don't
of a
drink.
big team.
Let them have a jolly up. Oh,
It's
come
not
on.
the.
Asim.
It's not. It's not.
United,
It's not the
United finished off
mentality.
many times on the
It's not the mentality. It's not the mentality of a big team.
Don't be silly.
It is.
Anyway.
It isn't. It isn't. It's not the mentality of a big team. Let's be honest.
Next super chat is S Jot. A message to Honest Lot to my house for if come to my house for iftar this Ramadan, brother. Listen, maybe the iftar food will bring some sense into him. Inshallah, Karo. No comment. We need more investment. That happens. What happens if we miss UCL? We'll see what happens in the season.
Nothing happens. No.
Nothing happened.
I just want to. Can I just talk about this PSR, all this sort of scaremongering? If we miss out on Champions League, Liverpool will still be able to spend. We won't be spending at the 80-90 million pound mark. Rest assured, we will have to start looking at what we do best is data, 40-50 million. If we miss out on Champions League, regardless of how much comes in and comes out, revenue is big, and revenue counts when you enter the Champions League or qualify for the Champions League. But within PSR rules, we are still financially very safe.
Inshallah, let's see what happens in the summer when we miss UCL, when we miss out on Champions League, and we're told Pesagoni.
You become negative. Have a bit of positivity.
Yeah, I'm positive. Yeah, I accepted it a long time ago. I'm positive. I've accepted it. All this shit. It's just you lot. You're the idiot, Avi. That just went with the positivity. You're the idiot, not me. I was the right one. Remember that I was the right one.
Let's see who is the idiot. I was
the right one. Remember that. Yeah, I was the right one, not you. I was the right one. And I said to you, come back to me in February. Yadrak. Come back to me in February. Come back to me crying, right? And remember that, yeah. Anyway, next super chat. S. Jot. Not an advocate for cheating, but maybe Slot needs to. He's therefore missing his wife. Yeah, Mazakar. Yeah, come on, S. Jot. Look what he's saying, man. Mariashi. He is gonna be Avyashi when he's gone in the summer.
Be a good Muslim, S. Jot. Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, Asim, that's the super chats done.
Oh, let's do 5 minutes of some questions from the chat.
As if we haven't responded to the chat already. 5 minutes karo. Hurry up, then the Super Bowl, yaar.
Oh, fuck the Super Bowl, man. They deserve a few.
Sunday is supposed to be the day, whether you win, lose, or draw, yeah. And look, it matters to every single one of us, but yeah, you should still have a bit of positivity. It's hard doing a show with you two being as the way you guys are. Qasam se, I tell you that truth. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it.
If you got a problem with how we are, you don't like us speaking the truth.
I don't enjoy it. I might take some time off on the Sunday. I don't care.
Yeah, take it off. You know, it's all right. We give you 18 months.
Yeah, we gave it a good shot today.
Anyway.
Yeah, Arsenal fan Hassan, he's saying, boys, you had one fucking job. But we gave it a good shot, Hassan. We gave it a good shot.
We gave it a good shot.
Yeah, we gave it a good shot.
Yeah, I did a poll at the start of the show. Are we gonna make
Ashi's asking, will we finish in the top? Yeah.
I don't mind trolling, yeah. I don't mind trolling, yeah, but listen, you don't want me to get nasty, yeah, please. So let's just control this. I don't mind abuse.
Man, when people give me shit all the time. They call me give me shit all the time.
Avi, you can't take
shit.
shit.
Shit all the time.
No one has done.
You can't take the shit.
You're underneath my feet when you talk like that.
You can't take
underneath my feet. Don't tell me to F off. No, don't tell me to F off. Simple as. Be abusive as well. Call me fat, jelly bean, whatever, but don't say the F word to me. Don't get who you are. Yeah? You'll be beneath my feet. Put that man.
What's wrong with you? Wait, show some positivity, yeah. What's wrong with you, man? Idiot. Lies.
Oh my god. Avi, you're triggered, man. You triggered.
Just look, like Total Eclipse, yeah? I'll tell you one thing. I rate Total Eclipse. Comes for me, majority of the time. He's just fixated with me. But he trolls me, says what he wants, but Yeah, don't use the F word. Yeah, be smart a little bit. Don't say the F word. Call me whatever you want. Total clips, I respect him. All this counts for me, but you know what I mean? Mardi actually, yeah. Carry on.
Okay, let's go there. Let's go
Seahawks
there.
probably win. Seahawks probably win, but I like that Drake May of Patriots. So let's see.
There we are. People are calling you jelly bean.
That's what I like. Oh yeah, I didn't know there was a Colgate flavor of jelly beans. Yeah, I only found out yesterday.
Hussein is asking Asim, is the King's time over? Look, I think Liverpool are in a position where they need a new right winger in the summer. Simple.
We need two wingers in the summer, mate.
Simple.
One's not enough.
Huh?
We need two wingers in the summer, not one.
I don't
We need
think
a
they
right
would do
winger
it.
and a left winger, mate.
Yeah. Hamad says, I wanted to tune in tonight and celebrate with you. Well, we're all crying. We're all crying. PS Bomber, what happened there?
Bullshit, yeah, S Joy does it all the end of the show. If you haven't got that yet, Asim, come on, man.
Okay, people. We're out. We're out.
The question here, Asim. From Bass. Brother Bass, shall I call him? Hold on.
This one.
Will you take 6th spot on an FA Cup? Shove that 6th spot on the FA Cup up your ass. Not Bass. Bloody Hughes' ass. I ain't accepting that
You
shit.
can't accept that now. Come on, Bass. Yeah? What kind of...
Avi might accept it, but I won't.
I think
Yeah,
you know
come
my
on, you can't
answer.
accept
So
that. You can't accept that. Top 5 in the FA Cup is fine. Asim, I do feel though, if we don't win the cup competitions and he gets, say, 5th place, say Slot gets us 5th, I think he still leaves. I think he will be given his marching orders.
If that happens,
No. If he gets 5th, if he gets Champions League football, but no cup competition, no cups.
I can't see it myself. I'll be honest with you. With all the PR and the propaganda that we saw last week, if he gets Champions League football, we'll be given the narrative of, it was a really, unprecedented season, dating back from last summer and all that sort of stuff. It was never going to be a one transfer window fix. There were plenty of mistakes made. They'll mention Jurgen Klopp in many, many articles. You just wait and see, Putter. I hope we get 5th for our sake, because I really worry for Liverpool in terms of what caliber of player. In March time, Liverpool can't even let convince some players. Yeah, we'll get some players that really want to come to Liverpool. I'm not saying Liverpool will lose its attraction. Liverpool will always have its own attraction in its own right. But at the end of the day, Champions League football is the wages that we can offer because of Champions League football. The bonuses we can offer because of Champions League football. We have to make sure it's critical. As a club, we can cope. But let's be honest, Avi, with the money now involved in the league, where there's 5, 6, 7 teams who can realistically get Champions League football year in, year out. Sometimes when you must miss out in Champions League football because you can't go, as hard as you wanted in the transfer market, the other teams that have got the Champions League, they spend an extra £100 million, and suddenly the gap's even bigger. And sometimes you don't return to the Champions League football in 2-3 years' time. There's no guarantees that we can fall out of Champions League football and all of a sudden we've got a God-given right that we can go into Champions League football the year after. It's, why, we don't have a right to Champions League football. You have to earn it.
As Mr. Question, you know how we say, like, obviously, majority of people are saying slot out, get him out now, whatever. But do you think there could be like internal discussions with the players as well here? And maybe the players are not voicing their opinion. Maybe they're not happy with how the season's transpiring, but they're probably like saying it's not all on Slot. We're all culpable too.
I agree with that. Look, players, professionals, winners will take, responsibility individually and as a collective. And the players have to look at themselves, Avi. You're talking about, look, it's not, you're right. In isolation, that brainless moment from Alisson, he can't be doing that. That's not Arne Slot's fault. That's not Richard Hughes' fault. It's bloody Alisson's fault. A professional, making such a bad error, such a bad judgment call at a pivotal moment of the game. That's not on the manager. It's not. We have to look ourselves in the mirror, but these players are drained, Avi. Drained. And if now looking out back in hindsight where we were and what happened in the summer, it was more of a reason to back these players and help them out. Because if they've gone mentally and the physicality is not there, and then the wrong side of the age of 30 of Van Dijk and Salah not being able to do, he was never going to do another all-timer season. Far from it. But this is the exact reason why they needed a bit more help. We can't be relying on Joe Gomez in 2026. We're still talking about Joe Gomez is going to provide adequate cover in this defensive backline. And those are the reasons why we look at the hierarchy. It's a shambles. It's a shit show from top to bottom. 100%. And this is the reason why I said I blame the manager 60%. And the rest of the blame lies with the hierarchy. I'm slot out. I've been slot out for a while. But that doesn't mean I've taken my eyes off the hierarchy. Far from it.
Well said.
Should we call it a night?
Call it a night. Somebody last week. Yeah, I'm done. Honestly, I can't do this anymore.
It's been a long day. And head over to our channel, people. Like and subscribe and hype all the videos up. There's been plenty of. There's a watch along highlights. Smash a like, leave a comment there. There's my fan cam, the Cheen's fan cam, and we've given you another emergency show. So please, we keep providing the content. You keep smashing and hyping every single show that we do. But until tomorrow, we'll be here. Ben might be here, Jake might be here, and a few others over the week. But you have to keep on going because it's another big game under the lights.
Asim, there's a start. There's a start before you go.
Oh, go on.
Ekitike against the top 10 teams. 1 goal against Everton, no assists. Florian Wirtz against the top 10 teams. 1 goal against Fulham. That's it. That's ridiculous. 24 games in.
And what
arguably from nearly 200 million pounds worth of signing there, 115 what he was in 70, 80. That's really bad.
That start. Who's that? Who gave you that start?
I've just seen it on pureangles.com.
And Newcastle in the top 10.
This is against Man City, Arsenal, Man United, Villa, Chelsea, Brentford, Fulham, Sunderland.
It was Newcastle are 12.
Not there. I just thought whoever gave you that start, fucking, they just scored against Newcastle last week.
No,
yeah,
where's that start come from? Maybe they're not in the top 10. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not.
Newcastle are 12. Newcastle are 12, so that's fair.
That's ridiculous.
That's fair.
That's ridiculous.
But Avi, before you go, that was my gripe, wasn't it? Wasn't that my gripe?
I didn't know it was as bad as that, to be honest.
That was my gripe. Do it again. Do it when it matters. Do it in the bigger game.
We have got Man United at Old Trafford and Chelsea at home. But yeah, you're right. After 25, so there's 3 games there they haven't played yet.
Asim, we need to win 9 out of the 13. Stop doing this, man. Stop looking at projecting now and looking at what's happening in the future. We'll do that. No, we'll do that during the next week now.
You gave me the start, so we were discussing it. Okay.
Look, on a brighter note, the cricket has got off to a good start. Pakistan won against Netherlands. Left it late, but they did it. And then USA won like against India.
Avi, who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Even though I do not have
a clue. To ask me the T20 question, who's gonna do Pakistan win? But Super Bowl Seahawks.
Pakistan ain't winning. There's more chance of Liverpool winning the Champions League than Pakistan winning this tournament.
I have a sneaky feeling Pakistan will do well, though.
I hope you're right. To be honest with you, I fell out of love with the cricket, if I'm honest. For many, many reasons. But that's another conversation for another day.
Hello, guys. Sorry if I was rude or disrespectful. Look, it's been it's a tough day again. We've had many of these tough Sundays where the results haven't gone our way. But all I can say is make sure you guys switch off a little bit, have a good working week or college, school, wherever you ladies and gentlemen are doing, boys and girls. Be safe. We'll be back on Wednesday for the watch long, I believe, away. God have some prayers for Gene that night. Away to Sunderland. So guys, make sure you've liked and subscribed, and we'll be back. We'll be back during the week. I'm sure tomorrow or Tuesday we'll do a pre-match. And then Sunderland, they'll do the watch along with a quick post-match. And then we'll be back with Chip and Gene on Friday. Probably a show on Thursday, Sunday as well. Bye, Jim Cramer voice selection. Thank you very much. Don't buy. I think the market will be red again tomorrow. So just wait for a few days. But guys, this has been Born and Red. Like and subscribe, please, on your way out. God bless you all. and we shall see you tomorrow.
Wait. Apparently some super chat.
No, that's the going shoot yara.
Okay. Take care. Jilo. Okay, people. Good night. Take care. Bye.